Hey, good morning, good afternoon. How we doing, YouTube? Today is Monday, and we're going to be reviewing the Stargazer New Moons today in an unboxing. Very cool. That's what the background's supposed to look like. I'm pretty excited. We also have a trick tutorial today, which is going to be an awesome one. One that got a lot of attention actually in the videos, and many people sent me comments about it. The version that I did does require some sleight of hand. So today we're going to be doing a simplified version of it that has the same effect. There's just a couple nuances we're going to have to consider when we do it. Okay. So let's take a look at this pack here. We can, there we go, get this guy open. Awesome, awesome. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Mine was not long enough, that's for sure. Okay. All right. Take a gander at these. Ooh. Okay. The double face card. Sneak peek of the background there. The two jokers. Those look kind of nice. Well, let's take a look. Oh. Kind of hard to see there. What if we do this? Well, the moon kind of gets covered there. Those are nice. Cool. Very, very cool. Whoa. I guess we have to review the Ace of Spades. Oh, would you look at this? The Ace of Spades has some sort of moon sun symbol in the middle there, kind of combined. That's pretty neat. And I think that's the same with the spades for all of them. So the 2 has that, and the 3 and the 4. Okay. Anything else here worth seeing? Oh, the Ace of Diamonds has that symbol in the middle. Very cool. The Ace of Clubs does as well have that symbol just in the corner right there. It's hard to see. There is the King. Anyways, very cool. Let's see how they handle. Pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. So the Eagles lost yesterday, which was kind of lame. Fortunately, I wasn't able to see the full video or the full game itself, but I kind of had my hands preoccupied with a few things. But needless to say, making some waves in regards to the Magic community, which is pretty cool. Robert Ball followed me, which is really neat. He's kind of a legend when it comes to card Magic and some other things. Also, Markobi, the World Magic International Champion right now, he also responded to me, so that was very cool. So we got some good things going on. Really, really happy with how it's going. Life's pretty good right now. The wife and kids are good. Job's going good. And the cards are going great. I think my skills are rapidly approaching maybe better than ever. I took some time off in years previous, but they're feeling pretty sharp right now, man. You know, they are feeling pretty sharp. Okay, should we start talking about this this trick? Should I perform it and then we'll do a little tutorial of it? Awesome. So I'm going to perform the more nuanced way first, and then we're going to go into a simplified version of how it works here. Awesome. Very good. All right. So this is how it works. We have the 4 jacks. We have the Jack of Diamonds. We have the Jack of Hearts. We have the Jack of Clubs, and we have the Jack of Spades, right? Now what we're going to do with these jacks is we're going to go ahead and turn them over. and leave the top one face up. And now what's going to happen is we're going to take the first jack and we're going to put him down in the middle. The second jack, we're going to put him even down further. And the third jack, we're going to put him even further down. Awesome, okay? And just like this, as soon as the top jack calls, he says, come back up. And just like that, all the jacks magically rise to the top. And of course, there's no duplicates. This was a freshly opened pack. So that's the trick of the 3 rising jacks, and that's actually the more nuanced version. I can go ahead and show you how you would set this up if you want to use 0 sleight of hand. To use 0 sleight of hand, what you would do is you're going to get 3 cards. Okay, you're going to get 3 cards. Doesn't matter what 3 cards, could be any 3 cards, and you're going to have them underneath the 4th jack here. Now, if you want to use almost no sleight of hand, what you want to do, assuming no one's going to touch your cards and you don't want to shuffle and no one's going to say anything, all you're going to do is this. You're going to square up this last jack like so, and you're going to keep it over the pack. And now you still have the ability, if you want to flash these first couple, but I wouldn't flash the backside of that other one. You want to keep that angle lock so they can't see that thick edge right there towards the end. Okay, and now that you have those 3 cards behind that jack, you're just gonna come into this position right here. And then right here, all you're going to do, well, actually, really a simplified version of this, because this is where the nuance starts to come in, and I'm already debating on whether I should show you the more nuanced version right away. So all you're going to do is you're going to collect the 4-pack here in a grip just like so, with your hands covering over top of the edges here, and you're going to slide one off and flip. You're going to slide one off and flip, slide one off and flip, being careful to try and keep this block here angled down so they can't see the edges. And the final, you're just going to complete the pack. And now we have those 3 cards on top where those 3 jacks should be. And then when you go ahead and you place them somewhere down in the middle, all you need is the patter of the jack calling them back, and all the jacks come back to the top. Now, that's the more simplified version. So the only sleight of hand inside of that at all, if you even can call it sleight of hand really, is you have those 3 cards underneath that 4th jack right there. And so now you're all set to just go right into that move where you are here and you start doing that flip, okay? The more nuanced version, if you do have a little bit of sleight of hand skill, is this. You're going to get a pinky break underneath these 3. So you're going to be able to keep this hand down with a pinky break in the back. Yeah. And now angled like this, there's no way for you to see that break. And so now you're able to flash all 4 of these cards, which gives a really convincing subtlety that there is nothing crazy happening here, because all you need to do from here is you just go over in one fell swoop and you collect the pack. And now we're into that good position here to go right into the trick. And all of a sudden, you're making 3 jacks, go into the deck, baby, and come right back out the top. And if that ain't freaking cool, I don't know what is. So again, if that subtlety is too much with the pinky break in the back, because that does take a little bit of time and practice to understand the pinky break and not have it show. And this isn't about the pinky break. This is about a simple card trick, okay? All I would do again is get your 3 cards set. You're going to put them under the 4th jack in the corner of your hand, and then just go ahead and load the other jacks in. And be sure to hold it like you would hold a normal 4 cards, right? Like you wouldn't hold it all like janky and shit like that, right? Like you would hold it, excuse my language, you would hold it in a position like this. And that way it's convincing that you can go into this position, right? And so you don't have to do that whole scoop with the pinky break thing. So that's how I would do that. And if you want to go through it one more time from start to finish, here's how I would do it. So you go ahead and show that you have the 4 jacks, right? And what I would do is I would just spread even further, because sometimes it's just a nice look to spread further like this. You can go into this position. You're showing the 4 jacks. I now have my pinky break, and then I can go into here and I show, hey, look, these 4 jacks have nothing with them. We go ahead and we collect our break, and then from here, now it's just about the angles. It's about the angles and keeping the packet together, because they're obviously going to know if this starts splitting in this final card, they're going to be like, well, what's the extra card there? So it's really important that you keep that pack together. And now these 3 cards that you put into the deck, obviously, are your jacks. Okay? Very cool. Any questions on that? Well, you can't really tell me because, well, it's not live. So, Diet Dr. Pepper. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, indeed. Now I want to show off a little bit. 4 jacks. Top one is the jack of clubs. Place it down, right? Now, do you believe me? You shouldn't, because the top one's actually the jack of spades. Now that goes into the question, did I actually show you the jack of clubs, or did I show you the jack of spades? Well, I want you to watch again and make sure I'm not doing anything funky here. Dude, these cards, they're so slick. These cards are so slick. They almost don't have the same, the edges kind of do, but they almost miss that same perforation that the other cards do. So some of the moves are actually harder with this type of deck, actually, believe it or not, which is kind of interesting. Wow. Do 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 do. Do do do. 8 of hearts goes in the center of the deck. It's not the bottom, it's not the top. Now it is the top. Very cool. Little Marlowe control. Check this out. Pick a card, any card, pick a card, any card. Let's see you pick here. All right, that's your card. Awesome. Put it in the deck. Give it a little shuffle. Drop some cards. Hopefully that's not one of your cards. I don't think it is. Doesn't matter. See, the trick between someone being a novice and advanced enough is, I learned this from Markovi's, you just got to not care. The less you care, the easier it's going to be to do this stuff. Because if you care that you drop a bunch of cards, you're going to mess up what you got going on later, right? You're gonna mess up exactly what you got going on later, and that's the whole point of you gotta get in a flow state. There's something about having a flow state that really can make a big difference, I think. Anytime a human's in a flow state, they tend to do better than when they're not. That makes sense. Let's do something else here. Since I already did the tutorial. Select the card, you select here. It's your card, wonderful. Goes inside the pack. Lost inside the pack. Overhand shuffle, very good. Let's even give it a riffle shuffle. Awesome. Oh, well, I didn't purposely mean to do that. But if this card jumped out on its own, because it was that card. It's that simple. Ace of diamonds. Pretty cool. Now, when you reach a certain amount of hours, you get to this point where you can even take a deck, give it a riffle shuffle. Very nice. Then give it an overhand shuffle. Very nice. Then give it a couple cuts. Very nice. And then I can ask the spectator even to tell me when to stop. Right there. That's the Queen of Clubs. And these cards aren't marked. And I'm 100% confident that this is the Queen of Clubs. That's called 10,000 hours. Queen of Clubs enters the pack. Whoa, we dropped some cards. Who cares? Not me. I don't care. Because in the game of life, you're going to have days where you drop all the cards. And if you care every time you drop cards, you're going to have a really bad time in life. Because it's just like if you fumble something in real life. If you fumble where an ace of spades goes, and you think you have another one, and maybe you fumbled that one because you have a third, but no, you don't have a third. You have a third, but you have an 8 I mean, that would mean what would down here would be the Jack of Clubs and the Ace of Diamonds. I don't know. No? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys learned something from the Jack tutorial. This was kind of a longer video than I anticipated, 15 minutes. And I think that's all we have for today. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and follow. I appreciate it. This is a long format video. And, you know, stay well. Do good. Or do good at it. I don't know what I'm saying. Talk to you later, buddy.